Hello, I'm Andy Valadez, Chief Marketing Officer for the Entrepreneur Broadcasting Company. Today we're interviewing Joanna Sanchez, who is an acting coach and also a producer out of Hollywood, who will be coming to Houston, Texas to offer her next acting class. Now, we've interviewed her in the past, and ultimately we enjoy having the opportunity to catch up with her and to also talk about her focus and what's new in the movie making world, the real world of make believe. And today, Joanna is actually calling in out of New York, and so ultimately we're talking to her from New York. So, Joanna, welcome to this interview.
Thank you. Thank you. I am in New York, and I'm out here auditioning, and I'm coming to Houston August 23rd and 24th, which I'm very excited about. I love working with Houston actors. And what's great about working with me, Andy, is, I'm out there doing it. I just finished a film with the producers of Wolf of Wall Street that I actually shot in New York. And then I just get started on an episode of Awkward, which I had a lot of fun doing. And I had an independent film that just was released in all the theaters. So I love teaching actors not only the art of acting, but the art of the business, which is so important to know, and everything that comes with it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. We always enjoy, and we've talked about this before, how you, in essence, are investing in the Texas emerging film market and the acting market, and a lot of actors, they've been acting for a while. They realize that they do need training. They need to keep sharp. But then you have those people also that are interested in the business as well that don't know really where to start. So with you being a working, actress and a producer in Hollywood, and also, being, in the industry as long as you've been in the industry, sharing your knowledge and your wisdom, why do you like Texas? What brings you to Texas so much?
I went there to coach a film, and actually, when I was a little girl, I did a production of Bye Bye Birdie there. And then I filmed a mini-series called Streets of Laredo there. And I said, wow, this is beginning to feel like home. And I started to, like my other home, and New York, LA, and now Houston. I find the people there very, very welcoming, and I connect very well with the actors there. I feel there's a lot of talent in Texas, and I keep very strong relationships with my people, as you know. When I come to Texas and I work with them, my relationship doesn't end there. I go back to LA, and my phone is open for them to call me, and I do whatever I can do to help, with their careers. As well, a day doesn't go by where my phone, I always have phone calls from my Texas actors. So, I love coming there, Andy. I do, and I see that I'm making a big difference.
Yeah, well, and we'll talk about your class coming up. But, speaking of long distance, how do you help actors? I know a lot of times they get a casting call, and ultimately there's opportunities for you to converse with some of your students, give them some advice. I mean, you yourself are going on auditions as well, but what is the market like now? What are the different ways that people are needing, assistance, if you will?
Well, I work a lot over the phone, and because a lot of times actors will have to put themselves on tape. I just worked with a young actress in Nevada City. She had a big film audition, and I worked with her on the phone 3 or 4 times, and we, did a really, really strong tape for the director. I did it, the same kind of situation for Cameron Crowe a few months ago with another actress. And, a lot of the casting process is taking place, through tapes and self-taping. Because a lot of times the film can be, shooting in a different country, and the director needs to see a tape of their, the actor really quickly. And as a matter of fact, I actually went to Belgium, and I lived in a castle, and I coached actors in Belgium, and my actors in LA were so upset I was leaving, and I said, no, don't worry, we'll be and I coached them through because of the time difference. I was coaching my LA actors while I was living in a castle in Belgium and working with my Belgium actors. It was kind of interesting. But, I'm very devoted to my people.
Yeah, how many people can say they've lived in a castle before? So what was that like?
I'm sorry, I'm living in a castle?
Yes.
And I couldn't believe it. It was like, you never know where life takes you, And we actually shot a short film while I was there too, and it was very exciting. It was I did classes in the castle. So, yeah, that was the first.
In,
So I kind of teach everywhere.
in past interviews, we've talked about, cross industry application for acting skills, from legal to business. There's something that you're working on with Officer's Edge. Are you at liberty to talk about some of that?
I'm not able to talk about that too much, but I'm doing something incredibly exciting that's going to help a lot of people. We are working with the police force, and it's so exciting. Can I leave it at more will be revealed?
Okay.
More will be revealed, I promise. But it's a life-changing project that I'm so excited about and very committed to.
Excellent. Now, you're not offering in this next class, but you're open to at least figuring out how to work with different actors. But as you do your classes, you're getting requests for on-camera monologues and some photography and all that. As especially as actors need these tools to kind of showcase who they are and what they're doing, and you also are an ear for Hollywood. A lot of people come to you and ask for talent, and you're able to recommend specific talent for specific projects. And each one is an individual cases. I know that some of your students come to LA. Either they're on vacation or they decide to make the big move or whatnot. But this class, what are you gearing up for in the future, and ultimately, what are you doing for this particular class? And again, tell us the date and the times and all of that.
I missed the last part of the question. I'm sorry. What am I?
As you're gearing up for this next class, what are some of the reasons that your students are signing up and what they're looking forward to as you put your programs together?
Actors have to have strong tape on them. They have to have strong pieces to show casting directors, and I'm working to have the actors make stronger choices and go deeper in their work. And we're also offering the opportunity to be able to tape some of this work so that they can show it to casting directors and directors. Every actor should have tape on them available that shows them in a very strong way. So I'm working with my Texas actors to go even deeper with their work, so their work will pop, and it will make a difference when, with all the other actors that are being seen. They'll say, oh, this actor knows how to work. This actor takes the risk. This actor knows, how to make strong choices. So it's some very exciting work we're doing. And we will be able to tape the actors, too, on request, and we can give them the opportunity to do that, too.
Okay, excellent. So you're coming to Houston on the 23rd and 24th of August, is that correct?
Yes, I am, and I'm going to be doing privates and semi-private classes, and I'll be over at the Spring Hill Suites Marriott on JFK Boulevard, right near the George Bush Airport. And I can give my phone number. I would love to hear from actors that are interested. 310-801-2561. 310-801-2561. And again, it's August 23rd and 24th. And I'm very excited about coming.
Great. That's also very interesting. You make yourself available to a student that maybe has a question. They don't know for sure if they're going to be able to make that class, but they're wanting to make plans for it. And a lot of times you like to assess where they're at and where their needs are, and personally chat with them, right?
Right. And I'm also working now with a lot of different writers to deepen their work, which has also been, very exciting for me. Because every writer should have a real knowledge of acting and to really make their characters and their story pop. So I've been doing that a lot too. And I also work with non-actors. I work with doctors, lawyers, and professionals. That are not in the business. This is great for really everybody.
Well, here's just a little hypothetical. Let's say I'm an actor, which I'm not. I have played one on TV though, but let's say I've been in the business a while, and ultimately I'm willing to make the investment, and so where do I need to be, whatnot. So you really don't know much about me as an actor, but it's kind of a cold question. But just assume that, hey, he's a working actor. Where would you start with me, and just give me an example of what a private session with you might be like?
That's a great question. I would teach you how to bring yourself to the work. The longest journey is the journey within, and so I identify your different feelings, like what makes you mad, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you feel frustrated, and I teach you how to bring that to the work. like if your character comes into a scene really angry, and it's because the dog ate his homework. That's not enough for me to work with, and I don't think it's enough for you to work with. So I would go to your life and I would say, Andy, tell me about a specific time when you were really upset. And that's when, because I believe the character cannot exist without you, you're bringing yourself to the work, and when we watch you, we experience what I call is the pop. And we say, wow, we don't see where Andy ends and the character begins, and we really see 100% use of yourself on screen. And it's really, really fascinating. And then the actor's biggest tool is his imagination. So I do exercises to deepen your imagination. I teach you how to make strong choices. We do improv, we do scene study, we do monologues. I explore everything with you, and we have fun on top of it, which is great. And when you bring your total self to the work, there's no competition because there's only one you. So we get such joy watching you being private in public, which is just fascinating.
Well, you seem very excited about what you do and how you help people.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited to come to Houston, and I'll be there August 23rd, 24th. And my phone number again is 310-801-2561. I would love to talk to Texas actors or any actors that are interested in really going for it and committing to being the best they can be, because I'm committed to helping them do that.
And what's your website address?
Where am I going to be doing it? I'm going to be doing it at Spring Hill Suites Marriott, right near the George Bush Airport at JFK Boulevard, August 23rd, 24th.
And what is your website address?
JoannaSanchezEntertainment.com. JoannaSanchezEntertainment.com. There's all the information up there, and I would love to hear from you.
Well, thank you so much for being available for this interview.
Thank you.
Again, my name is Andy Valadez. I'm Chief Marketing Officer for the Entrepreneur Broadcasting Company, the Business Intelligence Network. We've been interviewing Joanna Sanchez, acting coach, producer, and we thank you again for listening.